The Wages of Humanity Chapter 1. The 10th of October, 2023 7-minute read. Business is business and nothing else. That was the principle that Slipknot followed, but this time the client had confused him. First of all, the client was entrusted in the wrong way. He wanted an interview with himself, which was a rare thing in this business. 3 years ago, Smoothbore had heard his instructor say more than once that their relationship with the client should be one of forehead to back of the head, and that they should not meet for eternity. And this was, of course, for the benefit of both parties. The meeting place was even more surprising to Smoothbore. It was in the most luxurious presidential hall in the most luxurious 5-star hotel in this big city, that was the most tricky in the world, a place suitable for commissioning this kind of business. According to the other party, there were 3 workpieces commissioned this time, which didn't matter. He didn't care if there were more. The waiter pulled open the gold-encrusted door of the presidential hall, and Smoothbore, before walking in, unnoticed, poked his hand into his jacket and gently pulled open the snap of his holster under his left armpit. It wasn't really necessary. No one would do anything too unexpected to him in a place like this. The lobby was gilded, as if it were another world that had nothing to do with the reality outside. The giant crystal chandelier was the sun of this world, and the scarlet carpet was the meadow of this world. The place looked empty at first glance, but Smoothbore quickly spotted people who were gathered around the 2 floor-to-ceiling windows in one corner of the hall, lifting the heavy curtains to look out into the sky. And Smoothbore swept in and immediately counted 13 of them. The fact that the client was them and not him was also unexpected. The instructor had said that the client was still like a lover to them. One could only have contact with one of them at a time, though there might be more than one. Smoothbore knew what they were looking at. The brother ship had moved back over the southern hemisphere and could now be clearly seen. It had been 3 years since God's civilization had left Earth, and that massive visit from the universe had made mankind much more psychologically tolerant of alien civilizations. Besides, God's civilization had an overwhelming number of more than 20,000 spaceships, whereas there was only one of the brother spaceships that had arrived this time. Its shape was also not as peculiar as God's civilization's spaceship. It was just a column with 2 rounded ends, like a cold capsule in the universe. Seeing Smoothbore enter, the 13 men all left the window and returned to the large round table in the center of the hall. Smoothbore recognized most of them and immediately felt that the ornate hall had become shabby. The most notable among them was Zuhen Yang, whose Huasoft Group's Orient 3000 operating system was replacing the old and decrepit Windows globally. All the others were in the top 50 of the Forbes Fortune 500 ranking, and these people's annual earnings could be equivalent to the GDP of a medium-sized country, and Smoothbottom was in a miniature version of the Global Wealth Forum. These people are absolutely different from Brother Tooth, Slipknot thought secretly. Brother Tooth is a one-night tycoon, and they are the aristocrats, who have been cultivated for 3 generations. Although the real time is far from being that long, but they are indeed aristocrats, and the wealth has been transformed into an introverted nobility in them, just like the diamond ring on Zuhen Yang's hand, which is slim and delicate, and is hidden on his slender finger, only flashing a warm and soft light occasionally, but its value that might be able to buy dozens of the walnut-sized golden gadgets on Tooth's finger. But now, these 13 noble elites of the financial world were gathered here to hire professional assassins to kill people, and 3 of them at that. And according to the first contact, this was only the first batch. Actually, Smoothbore didn't pay attention to the diamond ring. He was looking at the 3 photos in Zuhen Yang's hand, which were obviously the commissioned artifacts. Zuhen Yang got up and crossed the round table, pushing the 3 photos in front of him. After scanning them, Smoothbore felt a slight sense of frustration again. The instructor had said to familiarize himself in advance with the workpieces that were likely to be commissioned for the area in which he was conducting business. And at least in this big city, Smoothbore had done that. But these three men in the photographs were absolutely unknown to Smoothbore. The three photographs had obviously been taken with a telephoto lens, and the faces on them were pudgy and unkempt, hardly a species from the noble group before them. Upon closer inspection, it became clear that one of them was female and young, and she was a bit tidier compared to the other two, her hair dusty but carefully combed. Her eyes were special. Smoothbore paid close attention to people's eyes. His profession did. The eyes he usually saw fell into two categories: those filled with lust and anxiety and those that were numb. But these eyes were filled with a rare calmness. Smoothbore's heart stirred slightly, but it was fleeting, like a wisp of light mist drifting away with the wind. This business is entrusted to you by the Social Wealth Liquefaction Committee. Here is the full standing committee of the committee. I am the chairman of the committee. Zhu Henyang said. Social Wealth Liquefaction Committee. Strange name,